Well, hey there, folks. Hey, you'll have to excuse this poor lighting again tonight. I got that sun beating through my picture window over here, and it's messing up the screen. Yeah. Oh, well. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. We'll live with it. Hey, it is so good to be here tonight. I tell you what, I've been jonesing. I needed to see you guys. I needed to see you so bad. The I'm going to pull this up here. Let's see. There we go. Folks that have been coming in the house early, I posted it pretty early this afternoon, about 1:30 this afternoon, my time. And Kathy Gahan right away. Hi, Kathy. I miss you. I miss you. Rebecca Felter. Hi. Hey, June Carden. Good to see ya. Great to see ya. There's, hey, metal music. Hey, mac and cheese pancakes will be ready to go eventually at the campfire. Mac and cheese pancakes. That's a new one on me. Hey, the Ingalls family. Awesome. Hello, everyone. There's Running Water. I had him up on the panel here chatting with him a little bit. He's getting into a dead zone so that he can't be up on panel because he's going to lose service here. He won't have service. Hey, Freeman James, brother. Hey. Great to see you. Great to see you, James. Hey, Kathy. We miss you too. Yeah. Hey, it is awesome seeing you. Make sure to share it out. I see some of you already have. That's great. Share it out. I don't get a chance to do live streams like I always used to. That time will come back again, of course. I'll tell you what, it's been 2 weeks. Isn't that insane? It's been 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I wasn't thinking, and I sent out a invite to Phil to come up and sit with me tonight. And I wasn't thinking. He told me. I feel bad because I knew very well that Phil, everything's spicy. He's down in Nashville. He's on vacation. He's down there making his southern run. He's meeting a bunch of YouTubers and having a high old time. Lucky bugger. Lucky bugger. But I can't complain. I've met a ton of YouTubers myself so far this summer. Things out at camp have been going awesome. Been just going great. Nothing I can complain about out at camp at all. Phil's only about 4 hours from your computer, chick. Hey, yeah. He just has, all he needs to do is cut across. Yeah. You're close by in that sense. Yeah. It's a little out of the way for him to swing over there and then head home. But what the heck, Really, grand total, he might be about 5 hours out of heading straight north to home. It might be 5 hours total with the going over and then heading north. He should do that. He should drop you a line, say, hey, I'm going to head over that way. He's out visiting all kinds of YouTubers, Yep. I cannot believe that it's been 2 weeks since I did my last live stream. Gosh almighty. If I had Starlink. There you go. He's got you on Instagram there. No message, huh? But yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks going by is shocking enough, but I can't believe it's the 7th of July. I've been in camp for 2 months and a week. I got there on May 1st. Here we are, July 7th. So I was there all of May and all of June, and the first week of July. It's hard to believe that 2 months and a week have gone by. Oh, West Haven! Check that out. What a sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you so much. That is so kind. I hope you're doing well. But it's when I think about that, I think I'm almost halfway through another week, and I will be halfway through my summer of hosting. That's crazy. Crazy Ann says, I can't see anything here. I got a big error. Can only see the chat, but no video or sound. Woo! What? Huh. That can't be for everybody because people are responding, and running water was on here. And my gosh, what's going on, Crazy Ann? I think you got a Viking stuck in your internet somewhere. Have to restart the laptop. Let's see here. Still can't see anything. You restart the laptop and it still can't. Huh. Fine on your end, computer chick. Joe W. Life Adventures. Great to see you, Joe. Hey, Drama Rehab Rewind. Good to see you. Huh. I wonder why that's happening for Anne, because everything's working fine for everybody else. Doggone it. Hey, Andrew Merritt. Good to see ya. Had the same thing. I had to go out and come back in. Huh. Kathy had that issue. Hey, Tuna. It's great to see ya. Mayberry, you. 316. It's good to see you. Oh, yeah. I have tried that many times. I even restarted my laptop. I don't know what to tell her. Yeah. Yeah, I see Tuna. He's so concerned, Tuna, when Tuna leaves a comment to my videos, it's always like, "Where are you, Sty? I gotta have you. You gotta be there." Hey, Jen, see ya. It's great to see ya. Andrew Merritt saying error message just came up again. Huh. Everything on my side is all functioning as usual. Yeah. Weird. So Windows updates, everyone. A critical update. Huh. Yeah. The Metal Music's out of milk, so the mac and cheese pancakes are going to be late. Did you send out sticker yet? I haven't gotten it yet. Wondering it got lost in the mail. I'm going to have to see what the heck's going. You know what, Rebecca? I'm going to resend, and I'll put tracking on that letter. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it. Just I don't know why the heck you haven't got your sticker. I Tried it on my PlayStation 2, got error there too. Huh? The yeah, don't seem to make sense. Yeah, I just did a reload over on YouTube side. Yeah, I just and yeah, it's on my YouTube side. It's working. I can see it on YouTube and the strangeness, guys, strangeness. Don't know what to tell you. It's beyond my capacity. The it looked like it was because I went over and I looked at mine on YouTube and it said had an error message. I hit refresh and it popped right up. Stream's going just right where we're at, and so it's on the YouTube side, I'm sure, because everything over here on this side is looking good. It's looking good. It's still looking good over on the YouTube side for me. So happened 3 times to me also. Not sure what's going on. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a YouTube. YouTube's messing up somehow. The yeah, Computer Chick said that mobile YouTube's fine. You're welcome, Rebecca. You're welcome. Yeah, I definitely want to get you some stickers. This batch, oh boy, I might not get them mailed out until Friday or Saturday, because I'm going to send you some of the good holographic ones, but they're all down at camp. I don't have any right here, so I'll run the letter in the envelope. When I get to camp, I'll stuff them in there, and then I'll get to a post office Saturday morning. At least the Clam Lake post office is open until noon on Saturday. That's cool. I tried it on 3 different laptop PC and the PS4 and get the error. Huh, man, I don't know why she's getting that error. Because I keep flipping back and looking and checking, and my YouTube side is running just fine. Yeah. And I just loaded it up over here on my laptop, and I'll check that in a minute, see if it's going to come up. The 4 different devices, and I'm thinking YouTube having issues in Norway and overseas. Could be. I don't know. They should have their issues with somebody else. The Crazy Ann's watching Micah's stream. Don't know. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you. Whoa, here we go. Here's a fella I haven't seen in so long. I am so glad to see him. Whoa.
What's happening?
As far as I'm concerned, and as far as you're concerned, nothing's been happening for me. Hey, Saucy Shane and Spicy, good to see you, Phil.
And look at you.
The So how are you doing there, bud?
Doing good.
Are you?
Yep.
Did I hear it right? You got a couple of stents.
Hmm.
See, now they put stents in me in 2000, and I ended up having. I was fine right up until 2016. So I had them things in me for 16 years before I had any more problems. You know, that really helped, man. They put them 2 stents in me, and I felt like $1 million after that. You know, it took a while to recover, but yeah, I felt normal again. Yeah,
2 weeks and I was back at it.
you betcha. The
I was a little pissed off though because I guess they shocked me and I didn't get to feel it.
oh no, you didn't get the. Oh yeah, you're lucky because I'll tell you what. Those angiograms, did they go through your wrist or did they go through your groin?
Underarm.
Oh, they went under the arm?
Yep, that's the new way.
They got 3 ways they do it now.
Yeah.
The groin, the wrist, and under the arm. They usually go through the wrist if all they want to do is look. And under the arm or the groin if they're going to put any stents in. Yeah. And I never got one under the arm. I had it in the wrist, and I had 6 of them through the groin.
Woo.
I tell you what, angiograms and me are not good friends. And I made a fatal error, man. The first time in the cardio lab when they were doing that angiogram, the surgeon, she says, now it's up to you. Do you want us to just put you in twilight so you can watch the screen and see what we do when we get in there? I said, that'd be awesome. I want to see this shit. They get in there and she says, now you can see the end of that probe? I said, yeah. She says, see right in front of it? How narrow that looks like it gets? That should be wide, just like where the probe's at. She says, let's see what happens when we try to go through that. As soon as they touched it, man, it felt like my chest exploded.
Yeah.
Instantly, I was out, and I woke up later in the room. And she told me, she said, yeah, we could tell that hurt. I said, no shit. I never felt nothing like it in my life. Yeah. But
yeah.
She said, we fixed it. We got a couple of stents in there. Yeah.
I was about this. I haven't felt good for about a month and a half or so.
Uh-huh.
So.
See, and that's the way it was for me. I felt crappy for a good month, maybe 2 months, where things were just out of sort, just not right, just didn't feel good. And then when it really kicked in, then I figured out what was going on. Hey, Chowser, good to see you. Wani, great to see ya.
Yeah, I guess I was out for 3 minutes.
Oh wow. Hey Matt J.
Why'd they bother? 3, 2, 3. You're out. Done.
That's no.
All they did was waste electricity.
They can't make any more money on you if you croak, you know. They got to keep you going just enough to make more money out of you.
Let me tell you a little story. I don't have medical insurance anymore. That's all out of pocket, buddy.
I've been there. My open heart surgery, I was totally uninsured. Cost me $250,000.
This was 52 grand.
Yep. I was going to say it had to run between 50 and 60 grand. Yeah.
52.
Yep. Damn.
So.
Yeah. So they had to do a good enough job to keep you going to be able to pay that off. See. Hey, Mr. Fulton, good to see you.
Maybe I won't pay it off.
That's it. You know. Yeah. You know, set up a payment plan, $50 a month.
$1 a month. $1.
$1 a month.
Totally it.
Yes, Phil's saying the same thing. send the hospital $50 a month, and you're all good. The hell, I got pissed off today when I got home here this morning. First thing that pops up when I fire up the internet is a message from my clinic. They're all bent out of shape because I'm 7 days past due for paying my monthly balance because they want me to have a zero balance at the end of every month. I pulled up my account, looked at it. $10 is all I owe them. And they're all pissed off. They're like, we're not going to allow you to make any more appointments until you pay that balance off. And it's $10 frickin' dollars, you frickin' morons. I spend more than that on these Jim's teriyaki sausages that I've become hooked on. I spend $10 every 4 days on them damn things.
Well, here's a Canadian nickel. I'll send it to you if you want to start your...
Oh, shit. Canadian nickel.
Yeah. You want it?
No, you keep that.
Medical bill. It's worth more than what our money is. I'll give it to them.
We can't get rid of Canadian money around here. You got to get a whole shitload of it together, take it down. We got one bank, one local bank here that's considered international trade bank, where we can go in and they'll exchange that for U.S. dollars, Yeah. But all the other banks, when I worked for Dollar Tree, we couldn't make deposits with any Canadian money in it. They'd reject the deposit, make us pull the Canadian out of it, and then remake the deposit. It's a bunch of BS.
In Gowani, that don't work no more. That 7-year thing, no.
What's that?
You're supposed to, if you owe a bill in 7 years, it's supposed to drop.
Oh yeah.
What they do now is, if a collection agency is trying to collect that, what they do is at the end of your cycle, at the end of the whatever it is, well, what they do is they renew the contract and it keeps it going.
That's it. What they do is they sell your debt. It's called selling your debt.
Right.
And if they sell that debt to somebody just before the statute of limitations ends, it becomes a new debt.
Yep. Yeah, and you never.
And that's how they it. Now for that to happen, it has to be somebody that's not keeping good books, because we had to do that for years, sell that debt just before it was uncollectible. And then what would happen is they would sell the debt back to us 6 months later. You had to wait 6 months, and they would sell the debt back to us. And we'd give them like 3%. We'd give them a 3% fee for doing that. And so they'd make some money off of it. They weren't able to collect anything either, but we got the debt back, and we got another full 7 years to try to collect it,
Yeah. You gotta watch, because they try to scam you, because I have PayPal credit, and I have a collection company that they sent me a letter the other day that I owe PayPal credit $500. So I called them. I said, how can I owe PayPal credit $500 when I have a $12,500 credit limit still active? Trying to scam me. I was like, you're out of your mind, dude.
Yep.
And then they want to talk down to you, so I just hung up. I said, look, I got shit to do. I don't want to talk to you. Ain't nobody.
Yeah. Nobody's got time for that shit, right?
Yeah, I told him. I said, I have a $12,500 credit line on PayPal. I said, how is, if I owed him $500, I said, I wouldn't have a credit line. Clowns.
Yeah. They're always trying to squeeze you, They want to get your money.
Yeah, I got something they can squeeze.
Yeah, I bet you do.
YouTube killed your live feed.
How's that? I mean,
I know when I tried to get on, like Ann said, it was like an error. And I refreshed and it popped up.
Mine went to an error again. I just saw that, refreshed it, and there it is. It's right there. Yeah. Yeah.
I know we have a lot of storms and stuff going around,
so it's an error that's coming from YouTube too. It actually that error was right from YouTube. So the
I don't know.
Yep, I'm back. He said, "Hey, Guani, you're back." Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. Front and back. Hey, Sty, I see you're back. Your front doesn't look too bad either. The boy, I tell you what. This hosting campgrounds actually is entertaining.
Yeah.
It's pretty entertaining. I've met some awesome people, and I've met some of the strangest characters. I've met people that it makes me wonder, did they ever make it out of third grade? They're not very bright. Some of them. One thing. Hey, JCT, good to see you, girl. Miss you, girl. There's been a lot of wheel tonight, been stopping and going. Huh. Hey, Dylan. Good to see you. Eileen. Hi, Eileen. But I mean, I'm going to do a video about campground expectations, and I'm going to enlighten some people on it. The problem is all my viewers are bright enough that I know none of them would be one of these people. So, I'm going to do the video anyway, and chance that somebody that hasn't a clue might see it. But I mean, I've had people come into my campsite. I'm sitting right there, in the middle of my campsite. They come walking in. They walk right past me. They go over to my wood pile, great big old pile of wood. And I go, hey, what are you doing? And they go, well, we're getting wood. I said, not from my wood pile, you ain't. And they go, oh, well, the Forest Service is supposed to provide us with firewood. I said, a cold day in hell. Hey, Eileen.
You owe me $250.
Love you too, girl.
On my cut.
Into this electronic recycling and how others can too. Yeah. Hey, Roy and Becky's Travels. Great to see ya. But so this character says, oh no, I called the Forest Service and they told me that the firewood was provided. And I said, well, then you talked to the wrong person, because it's probably the only single one person out of the probably 3,000 employees they have that thinks that way.
You should have pointed at your truck, said I am the forest.
And well, that's another thing. I'll pull into a campsite and say, whoa, you can't be doing this or this or this. And he'll go, well, who are you to tell us what we can and can't do? I said, can you read? Look at that truck. I said, can you read the truck? What's that got to do with it? It's got to do with the fact that I'm with the Forest Service. I'm telling you, the Forest Service says no, you frickin' morons. Hey, Phil. I can't read that. Damn it.
It says, sorry, not sorry, I can't be here tonight. Nobody misses you anyway, so shut up.
Oh, hey, thanks, buddy. Hey, thank you.
Keep your ass in Tennessee. It's a lot better here without you. Believe me. Nobody.
Kathy had to refresh too. Yeah, that seems to be happening on occasion. I've had to do it twice. on my YouTube feed. It refreshes, though. It comes right back up. But
I think it's YouTube because I was watching some other videos before I came up here, and they were even doing it on the video. So I think it's a YouTube. It's not just the lives.
oh yeah, JCT, yeah, that storm. Yeah,
It's been stormy here off and on all day.
you stay safe down south there. Oh man, we had yesterday. Let me think. Oh yeah, it was yesterday. Rain all freaking day. It started raining. I got up just as the sun came up. It was about 5:30 in the morning. Got up and I thought, man, I can't sleep anymore. I ended up going to bed early the night before, and I get out of my trailer. I go to my camp kitchen, get my coffee going. I just poured my coffee into the thermos, put the cap on it, grabbed my cup, headed back to the trailer. Figure I'll take my morning pills and have a cup of coffee and a cheese-filled croissant for breakfast. No more than got to my trailer and it downpoured. And it frickin' rained all frickin' day. I put my Frog Tog rain gear on, ran out to my generator, checked the fuel level. It was full. Fired that bitch up, and I let that thing run from about 6:30 that morning until 9 o'clock that night. I spent the whole damn day in my trailer. It just poured and poured and poured, and I sat in there playing Minecraft and a couple other things on PlayStation, watched a couple of movies, read a book. Talk about an F-off day, the whole day. You love croissants? Yeah. Oh my God. There's a local store here, this Wisconsin. It's like made in Wisconsin kind of mom and pop store place. Well, they make fresh deli stuff, and 2 weeks ago on my way back to camp, I stopped there and I see if they had anything new to look at. Well, I got this about a half a pound, 3/4 of a pound container of cashew chicken cranberry salad for sandwiches. Oh, was it to frickin' die for? Man, I was going to drive that 80-mile round trip to come back up here and get another container of that shit. And I thought, no, that'll be about by the time I pay for that and the gas, that'll be about a $20 sandwich. So I fixed that shit. I got 2 big containers, 1.5 pounds each, in my fridge, sitting here in my fridge. Yep. I'll be eating them chicken sandwiches for a few days when I get back to camp. Damn, they were good. Oh God, it was, and I didn't put it on bread, by God. Usually I'll get this multi-grain cranberry bread. I really like that. That's really good. But I get the same place had these huge, I mean, they're just huge. They got to be 6-8 inches across. Huge all butter croissants. I mean, I tried one of them. That's what I got to put that stuff on. That freaking croissant, it's like biting into a pound of butter, man. It's just, the butter flavor is so good. Oh, yeah. I can't wait.
Adventures in the Heartlands in the house.
Hey, Adventures in the Heartland. Hey, guys. If you don't have Adventures in the Heartland, would you please hop over there and sub to them? They're trying to hit 1,000 subs, and they're so close. They're like at 939 right now. They're so close. Help them out if you can, man. They're great, and they put so much time and effort into their videos. The video production is awesome. I'll strongly recommend the one where they went to the Potato River Falls with this Sty guy. That was a really good one. Yeah, you should go watch that. Yeah. They're at 9:40. Good, good. Yep, they're so close. They're so close. The yeah, they are a great channel, Roy and Becky. Yeah. The metal music. Think I'm Sty's first TikToker. I've never done nothing on TikTok. I haven't. If somebody put something up there of me, they did that on their own. I've never put anything on TikTok. I don't even think I got a damn account over there at TikTok. I don't know. I know I'm still on Instagram because I get notices so and so is following me on Instagram. Yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should follow myself someday. You know, I haven't been on Instagram in a year, and same with Twitter. I finally shut that down because I never did nothing on Twitter.
Yeah, I got rid of mine too. Got rid of my Twitter. I think I got rid of my Instagram too. I don't remember.
Wait till you see Copper Falls State Park video we are putting up right now. We lost that Sty guy. He don't like stairs. Yeah, no, he don't. You know, we did Potato River Falls, and I did the stairs there for probably the 100th time in my life. And I tell you what, I'm a grown-up. I make my own decisions. And I decided I ain't doing all them stairs at Copper Falls. No. So I took the easier routes, saw the same stuff, and I did them stairs at Copper Falls many times over the years. Don't need to do it no more. I actually had somebody from Missouri, in fact, a couple. They wanted me to take them to Potato River Falls and Copper Falls and Foster Falls, and I said, I said, if I go there anymore, I'm not gonna. I'm not even gonna bring the damn camera. I've filmed them so many times now. I said, plus, I'm not doing stairs. Ain't happening. I'll take you to Potato River Falls and drop your ass off, and then I'll see you when you get done climbing the stairs. Because I've seen them waterfalls. So all I'd be doing is hiking down them stairs and back up them sons of bitches just to say, oh, I saw the same waterfall I saw last time I was here. You know, you can only do that so many times a year. And I did it with John and Jan and with Nick Green. So, come on, guys. Just so much out of this old guy.
Is that the place, 200 stairs or something?
Yeah, there's over 200 stairs. And I tell you what, the Potato River, those two sets of stairs, one, it's just one big long staircase all the way down. The other one, it's like 3 sets of stairs, 3 or 4 sets that go down this big gorge, Well, believe it or not, it might sound weird, but for me, going down them damn stairs is harder than going up. It takes more out of me going down them damn things than it does climbing the damn things. I think it's because of the drop, Every step is a drop, It's just it hurts my freaking hips. Climbing them, my calves hurt a little bit, But I run out of wind, climbing, but I don't have the hip pain. For John, it's hard on the knees. Over 500 stairs at the Dune Succession Trail. That video, man, go over there and watch that. Yeah, when they were hiking them dunes, all the freaking stairs there. I watched that video and I'm going, thank God they did that and they videoed all of it. Because if I ever end up over there, I'm going to say, nope, been there, done that on YouTube. Thank God for YouTube. Yeah, there's a lot of stairs at some of them places. Hey, Mystic Bunny. Next week, the 12th through the 16th, Monday through Friday, I gave 2 of my campsites at Beaver Lake Campground to students from Northland College up here in Ashland. They're going to spend the whole week in those 2 campsites. Well, they're going to spend the nights there. They're spending a solid 8-hour day each day up at St. Peter's Dome. My understanding, they're going to go up there and they're going to work on the trail up to the dome. So next time you're here, Jan, we're going to have to do the dome, see what they did. See if they fixed that trail, made it nice. Forest Service is pretty good at conning people into doing stuff for them, you know. Look at me. They con me right into it. You know? I tell you though, I like my job. I call it a job, you know. You don't get paid, you know, but I like it. If I've got a day where, like the last 2 days at camp, yesterday was a rain day, didn't bother me at all because there was nothing to do at either campground because I didn't have any campers. I didn't have a single camper in East Twin Lake, and I had 1 camper up at Beaver Lake. Well, you ain't going to clean the shitters when nobody's using them, and you can't mow the grass. It's raining like a son of a bitch. There ain't nothing to do. So I just jump in the truck, drive up to Beaver Lake, drive around the loop, drive back down to East Twin, and screw off all day. 2 days like that, totally mine. Went out on the kayak one time, and I have to say I've only been out on the kayak a few times, but I've gotten in the habit that if I head out on the kayak, at least 3 hours each time out. Yeah, I get out there, I don't want to come back, man. There ain't no people out there. That lake is so quiet that I can paddle the spots where there's nobody around and just the rest of the world go to hell. And, yeah. Camera's a little blurry. This if you talk about this stuff over here, that's a lighting problem.
Yeah, it's clear eyes. I see clear.
Yeah. Yeah, the kayak, it was funny. I had this old guy stopped in my campsite. He wanted to stay at my campground, and there was only one site that you don't have to reserve to get, and that's the site that John and Jan stayed in that has water access. And I told him, I said, if you just hang out a while, we'll sit here and BS, and I can see that campsite from my site. I said, the minute I see that guy pull out, you jump in your rig, get up there and park on it, and then you go pay for it. You've got that site for as long as you want it. Oh, that's good. That's good. Well, on top of his SUV is this sit-on kayak, kind of like mine. It's a Dolphin. It's made by Dolphin. And this old guy he's about 10 years older than me. I can't wait to get out on that kayak. I just bought the damn thing. I'm so happy. I'm going to go paddling and fishing. And yeah, that guy, he gets on that site. I'm sitting down by the water's edge, just kicking back, relaxing, having a cup of coffee. All of a sudden I hear, son of a bitch, and I hear splash, splash, splash. He rolled the son of a bitch over. And he's splashing away, and I yelled at him, stand up. All of a sudden he stands up, and the water's only about halfway up his chest. And he goes, oh, I thought it was a lot deeper than that. He's yelling at me, and I go, nah, the lake average depth is less than 10 feet. I said, it's got a 15-foot hole way out in the center. I said, otherwise, most of the lake, you can just walk around. You know, if you can stand up, you ain't going to drown, you know.
Right.
And he goes, but standing up doesn't mean you don't get frickin' wet. And when he realized that the water wasn't that deep, he grabbed onto the bow of that kayak and he walked his kayak all the way back to his campsite, drug it out. He never did get back on it. And about an hour after that happened, he comes driving up to my site. He was going to head to town, and I see the kayak on the roof of his rig. I said, your kayak was safe over there, man. I can see the site. Nobody would have touched it. He goes, no, it's back up there because I ain't never getting in that son of a bitch again. I laughed so hard. Yeah. The kayak he's got, it's a sit on top kayak like mine, but it's actually about almost a foot narrower. And I told him, I said, no, mine's stable as can be. Boy, I can rock in that thing. And it just blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I haven't rolled mine over once yet. And hell, I put it in the water, walk up to it, and just sit on it like a chair. It doesn't even rock at all. Just sit on it, turn around, and start paddling off. And his, oh no, he has to put a leg over it and sit straight down on it. Otherwise, the damn thing wants to roll over with him on it. Hang on. Yeah. No, been interesting. Yeah, I've only had, in the last 2 weeks, I only had 2 individuals that drove through my campground with UTVs, and I'd flag them down and go, whoa, guess what? You got to turn that bitch around right here and go straight out of the campground. Why? Because of that big sign at the beginning when you first come in the gate, the big sign there that's got an ATV and a UTV with a big red circle and a line through it. And the sign above it that says all ATVs must be trailered at all times. I said, those 2 signs are the first clue that you're not allowed to have those here. And then when you drive past that great big information board, if you read that information board, it says right on there twice that no ATVs or UTVs are allowed within the campground. Well, that's stupid. I said, I didn't make any judgment whether it was smart or not. I'm just telling you that's what the rule is. Then I had a guy tell me, that big no fireworks sign, he says, is that serious? You know, what if we do shoot off some fireworks? I said, I said, I tried to get the signs before the 4th of July, but they were all out of them. That actually quote the statute. Did you know that it's a crime for you to shoot fireworks off on federally owned public lands? I said, it's not a rule. It's a frickin' law. I said, you can't shoot fireworks off. You can't use fireworks at all in a federal park. And campgrounds are considered part of the park system. So now, if you're out in the national forest and you're shooting off fireworks, they're not going to give you a citation. They'll just take everything you ever have owned or will own if you start a forest fire.
Yep.
You're going to Slinger, Wisconsin this weekend, huh? Are those stock car races you're going to there, John? Hey, bacon stuffed donuts. It's been a while. It's been at least 2 weeks. It's good to see you.
Bacon stuffed donuts. That sounds like a good thing.
Yeah, I love that channel name because it makes me hungry. Makes me hungry for a bacon stuffed donut. Damn, I haven't got any sweets here at the apartment at all. They're all back at camp. That's another hardship I have to deal with is the only store I've got, unless I want to drive, well, the next actual store is 30 miles round trip. Any other store is 40-mile round trip. The one store we have is only 4 miles down the road, and everything's double the price.
Well, yeah.
A little squeeze bottle of Miracle Whip, $6.89. Are you freaking kidding me? That's enough for 2 sandwiches, man. There's no way in hell that the mayo should cost more than the whole damn sandwich, you know. Well, but if you need something, you're going to grab it, right? And I was surprised at how fresh their stuff is. One thing they get is they get Abbey Land's bakery goods, and they get them super fresh. And they're priced just like they are at any other store. Some things are just, the prices aren't high. Well, that's something they should have jacked the prices up, man. I'm buying these apple turnovers and all this. Oh, God. All these pastries and shit.
All shit you're not supposed to eat anyway.
I'm amazed that I lost so damn much weight. I mean, I went from 225 pounds, I'm down to 185. And I can wear size 32 pants, and I need a belt. I need a belt even with 32s. But I only own 2 pairs of 32s, 1 pair of camo pants and 1 pair of camo shorts that are 32s. Otherwise, everything I got are 34s, 36s, and 38s.
How's that blood sugar?
Blood sugar's been awesome.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. I haven't had my A1C done for a while now, but I suspect my A1C is probably down around a 6.5. Yeah. And it was a 12 just 4 months ago, you know. So, but yeah, you know, looking at my regular readings throughout the day and that on the average, yeah, it's probably down around 6.5.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like I told Running Water, I said, I don't think I'm losing all that weight because I'm sick, because I feel pretty damn good. I've got energy, my stamina is so much better, and I can't sit down long. Sitting down to this stream actually feels a little different because at camp I don't sit for more than 5 minutes, 10 minutes at the most, and I see something, I'm up, and I'm always up and doing something constantly. I got all kinds of energy. Yeah.
Well, you know, you always feel your best before you croak. Just saying.
That's so that you can die happy, you know. A1C was 6.6.
They'll just bring your ass back like you do me.
6.6 is pretty good. Pretty good. My doctor, she's gonna love me if I get down into the 6s again. Yeah. Bacon stuffed donut says I just turned 39 and my waist size shows it. Yeah. That's it. I remember when my waist size 42 matched my birthday that one year. Yeah. Yeah. That's the biggest I got was a 42. And I still got a couple pairs of them pants here just to clown around. Grandkids will come and visit. I'll say, hey, I'll be back in a minute. I go in the bedroom and come out. And I'm holding them damn pants out from my waist. And shit, you could drop 2 grandkids in there with me. And they're going, what's with the big clown pants, Grandpa? And Grandpa used to wear them clown pants. Yeah. My doctor were freaking out when I went in last, and my A1C was 5.3. I even was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Well, isn't that something? Oh, I'll never forget when my doctor, she figured the lab screwed up. So she made me go through all my blood work again. And then they reran my A1C, and it was a 6.0. And 4 months earlier, it was a 14.2. But that's when I first started using Shaga. Changed my diet up a little bit, started using Shaga, and boom, my blood sugars dropped right off, nice and stable. And I don't remember how many units I was taking a day, but I was taking insulin 4 times a day. And my insulin was running me about $1,500 a month at the time. And she said, we're going to give it 3 months, and then we're going to talk about whether you should still be on insulin or not. I didn't say nothing to her, but I hadn't taken insulin during that 4 months that my blood sugars dropped. So I didn't take it for the next 3 months either. So I wasn't spending that money. Well, she ain't my pharmacist, so she doesn't know that I'm not renewing that that script every month. So when I went back in to see her the second time and they ran the test and it was 6.2, she said, I want you to back off on the insulin and let's just see where it goes. I said, I haven't taken insulin now for 7 months, girly. What? I said, yeah. She goes, damn it. She says, you're my favorite self-medicator. She said, I prescribe it. You decide whether to take it or not. I said, yeah. Yeah, 12 is up there. That's way up there. Yeah. Last winter was a bummer. I don't want this winter to go like last winter, where my daily average last winter, and Mike probably remembers there were times when I was feeling pretty shitty on the streams.
You were in rough shape.
My daily average, and that's testing 4 times a day, was 340. My lows were 260. That was a low. And I get up in the mornings, 425, 430, right around there. And that wouldn't come down till about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was fasting. I wouldn't eat but once a day because it didn't matter what I ate. If I drank water, my blood sugar would go up. It was so screwed up.
We had a Sty death pool on when you were going to croak out last winter.
Did you?
So you owe me some money.
What do you mean I owe you? I don't owe nobody nothing.
I lost the pool.
Well, that was your fault, see?
It's your fault. You didn't croak out when you were supposed to.
I know. I just, my supervisor for the Forest Service, he asked me the other day, are you still willing to do this again next year? I said, I'm going to do this until I retire from being retired.
Damn.
I said, I love this shit, man. I said, yeah, I'll keep doing this. I'll keep doing this. And he he said, well, we were talking that, you know, it'd be nice if we could do like a 3-year contract or something. I said, that I won't do. He says, well, if you want to just keep doing it for years to come, why not? I said, I want to do it for years to come, but I don't know if I got years to come. I said, so why sign a 3-year contract? I might not be here for 1 or 2, you know? What's the best way to shave enough off to make a cup, and how do I make it? Okay, here's what you do. You want pieces that are, it doesn't matter, 1 inch square and smaller. Just 1 inch square and smaller. And you're not going to get them square unless you're cutting them on a bandsaw. Don't do it. You'll start a fire in your shop. Don't do it. I've watched too many people. Literally, I've actually seen several cutting shog on a bandsaw in their shop, and then later they find out their garage is on fire. The heat, the friction from a bandsaw will get what they call the Maya dust, the dust of the shaga. It'll start an ember, and that shit will sit there and smolder, and it'll start to grow, and then it'll get huge, and it'll catch your building on fire. I mean, yeah, no, don't. So anyway, get it into chunks smaller than 1 inch square. You take a coffee pot that holds 10 or 12 cups, or just a kettle that holds 10 or 12 cups. Throw a couple of those pieces in there, or the equivalent. You might have 6 smaller pieces, but the equivalent of 2 chunks about 1 inch square. Throw those in the pot. Fill the pot with water to about 1 inch from the top. Bring it to a boil. Just crank up the heat. Bring it to a boil. Turn it down. The minute it starts to boil, turn it right down so it's just barely simmering. Barely. Let it simmer for about 2. It's your choice. 2 to 4 hours. The longer you let it simmer, the darker it's going to get. 2 hours usually does the trick, but just let it simmer like that for 2 hours, and check on it and add water to it as needed to keep that water level up. When it's done, it'll be blacker than any coffee you've ever made, and it'll have a nice earthy. It doesn't taste like mushroom, but it's got a nice earthy kind of, to me it tastes like vanilla, like it's a vanilla flavor. And then add a sweetener, honey, whatever. And some people like it with cream, whatever, or just drink it straight. Nick Green tried it for the first time out at my camp, and my video didn't work of him having it. Pissed me off. That footage was lost. But Nick tried it, and he liked it just the way it was. He didn't want to add sugar or nothing to it. He just wanted to drink it just the way it cooked up. And he was surprised at just how dark, how black it gets. It just, the liquid is just like the richest, darkest coffee you ever drank. And that's what you do. That's what you do. Hey, you have a good night, Roy and Becky. Yeah, tuna. That's it. My doc, she knows. She'll tell me we're going to try this med, and when she says we're going to try this med, it's total. She leaves it totally up to me, and she tells me, "You watch for how it affects you, and if you're not good with it, don't take it. You make that decision. Or if you think that you need a little more of it or a little less of it, make that decision. Just let me know how you're medicating yourself. I'll give you the right med for the right condition. You decide how much is best for your situation, and just keep me informed. And man, has that worked good for 18 years. That woman's kept me alive for 18 years, I guarantee you. I have a lot of sugar. Okay. Yeah, Mystic Bunny, you guys come up and visit again. By golly, I'll have to make us a big pot of shaga tea while you're there, so I got extra. I make my shaga tea on Mondays, and it fills a thermos. That thermos gives me 1 cup of shaga tea every day until the next Monday. Then I make another thermos of shaga tea. And the thing is after you make your shaga tea with those chunks, I would pour it through a coffee filter into a wide mouth thermos or something you can store it in. And you just have a cup a day, like a cup of coffee, small cup of coffee. But those chunks, after you strain it, just take that coffee filter out, put a couple paper towels on a plate, set that coffee filter on those paper towels, and let the moisture come out of those chunks and let them air dry. The following week, take those same chunks and make it again. Do that up to 4 times without any issue. Each time it's just as strong as it was the first time you did it. That's something people are throwing shaga out after they make the tea the first time. No. You can make at least 4 batches out of those chunks. I usually end up making 5 or 6 out of my chunks of shaga. Hey, Hike with Mike, it's great to see you, buddy. Donald Morris in the Berg. Awesome.
In the Berg.
In the Berg. He's in the Berg now.
I don't think he knows where he's at.
Yep. Yeah, he's up on the holler. Hey, y'all. Hey, keep your eyes out this week, guys. I've got 6 videos going up this week, starting tomorrow. First one goes up tomorrow every day, all the way until next Tuesday. One will go up next Tuesday, and then I'll be here Wednesday to do the live stream. You're into fasting. Have you heard about fasting as a cure for diabetes? Have you heard of Dr. Jason Fung? I haven't heard of that doctor, but yeah, I've done fasting a lot of times. I've done a lot of fasting over the years, actually. In fact,
We did that last winter.
Yeah, I fasted for a whole different reason last winter. I did a video, I don't know how long ago it was. It had to do with survival, and it had to do with whether you're going to starve to death out there in a survival situation or not. And basically, I say, what are you going to eat? Not so fast. It's got a comma after the not so fast. Damn people. They just like, oh my God, we're stuck out in the woods. We got to eat. We got to kill a moose or something. We got to eat. For Christ's sake, unless you're working your bloody ass off, you ain't going to starve to death for weeks. All right? You can make it. If you're not going to get rescued within 72 hours, then you're not trying hard enough to draw attention to where you are. And I'll guarantee you, you can go 3 days without eating. It ain't going to hurt you a bit. It's not going to hurt you a bit. Just have an extra cheeseburger when you get out of the woods. Yeah. Everybody's in this I got to eat panic the very first concern you have is Where can I get water? Second concern, can I cover myself? Can I protect myself from the elements? Those are your first two biggest concerns right there. And everybody says fire first. No. Fire is third or fourth. Water and shelter and your general safety should be first. Then fire, along with utilizing that fire for signaling for help, comes in right behind them. Enjoyed the kayak video. Looks so peaceful on the water. Yeah, I got another one that's coming up. Won't be this week. I was going to try to squeeze it in this week. In fact, Tuesday's video, I say, yeah, I went out kayaking yesterday, and that video will go up this week. And so that video is actually going up after the one that on Tuesday happened after I went back out on the kayak and filmed. But I went out and did a little bass fishing. Had 5 nice strikes, big bass too. Man, they break out of the water, boom, splash it all over. Never hooked a single one of them though. It pissed me off, but I loved it. I love getting out on that lake. Eric Pollock, great to see ya. Rule of threes: you can survive without food for 3 weeks, 3 days without water, but only 3 hours to get warm in cold conditions. See, and that's it. There's a lot you can do to prepare yourself for hypothermia in an emergency situation. But true survival situations really should never happen. But they do. They do. And if they do, you're not going to have what you need. That's why it's a survival situation, because you just didn't have what you should have with you. Just ask Cheesehead Chris about that. He'll tell you. I ain't telling you his story, but he'll tell you. Now, there's a guy that knows the outdoors. He's very, very fluid in outdoor and bushcrafting skills, survival skills. And you don't want to get in a conversation about survival with him. Oh, yeah, you'll get an earful. You'll get an earful.
How's he doing?
Chris?
Yeah, I know he had a little issue.
Yeah, he's doing good now that they fixed his pacemaker. His pacemaker was killing him.
Yeah, my neighbor was the same way. The pacemaker was shorting out. So now he has a pacemaker with the built-in defibrillator. So he could be standing next to you and just go like that.
Yep. Yeah. What the heck? Is that a nervous twitch, or is your pacemaker going off again?
Yeah, he's doing good though.
Yeah, from what I understand, he's doing really good. Camping. My endurance when I was a boy scout in the summertime too. Oh yeah. Hey, here's a good example. The other day, it hit 93 degrees out at camp. 93 frickin' degrees. It was so frickin' hot. I was stripped down to just a pair of shorts. That was it, man. I couldn't even put sandals on. I couldn't stand it. Yeah, I would have ran around naked, but somebody would have shot me, I'm sure. But it was so freaking hot. Couldn't believe it. Well, I didn't allow myself to get so hot that I was going to end up with heat stroke. I stayed in the shade, got in the breeze whenever possible. I got in the lake a couple of times. But I acclimated myself to the heat to the point where 93 degrees, high humidity, wasn't bothering me. That evening, I sat in my trailer with the door propped open, and I'm sitting there doing YouTube video stuff, not paying attention to the time. Then I realized I got a nasty chill. So I pulled up the weather. It went from 93 degrees down to 52 degrees. And I'm sitting there and it's 52 degrees and nothing but a pair of camo shorts, freezing to death. I had to bundle myself up in a 30-degree sleeping bag just to get my body temp back up. I mean, I was shivering and shaking half the damn night. It took a long time for my core temperature to come back up. Yep. Afloat in the lake day. Yeah. Anything below 50 and you're miserable. Well, it's supposed to get down to last night it got down to 48. It's supposed to get down to 49 again tonight. Now the temps are coming back up a little bit. It's supposed to not exceed 82 for the next 5 days and no chance of rain for a whole week. So I get back out to camp tomorrow. It's going to be some pretty darn nice weather for them campers this weekend. I got a gut feeling my campground's going to be packed. Going to be packed full.
Yeah, it's been in the 90s and real high humidity here for the last few days again.
Ugh.
But I was out there today, though. Had my grind going, sounds all going. I took my neighbor's, he built a wood burner for the garage.
Oh, yeah?
So what it does, it's on the outside of the garage. And then he has a blower, it's in a fire box, it has a box. And then a big steel casing. And what it does, it just blows the heat into the garage through ductwork that he put in the side of it. So all the nasty stuff stays outside. Well, he decided to put a little deck on his back of his house. Well, now he had about that much backyard.
Oh, jeez.
So I don't want this damn thing. He's like, you want it? I said, yeah, we'll get it out of here. So we spent Saturday or Sunday, one of them days, trying to get the damn thing unhooked and onto the flat cart. So I cut it all up today. It's 1/4-inch steel.
Holy God.
It was with the ductwork, the flue pipe, and all the sheet steel, or all the plating, 800 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it weighed. So I discombobulated. And then he comes home from work and says, here, you can have this. Gives me a 100-gallon hot water tank. Thing's as big as a house. Like, so
the heck?
a whole lot of crap I got to haul out of here next week.
Hey, Mike, that's good to hear that the hurricane didn't create any damage for you. Yeah.
Yeah, I got friends that live in Newport Richey over there on the Gulf Coast. So I don't know if they got hit. You want to hear a real good one? We had 2 houses blow up here on July 4th.
What?
Blow up. Debris.
Crack houses?
Debris for 3 blocks.
Okay. Crack houses?
Nope. So they thought it was a gas leak. Turns out the guy that lived in the initial house that blew up was a parolee who was on his way back to jail. So he's like, I'm not going back to jail. Opened the gas line in his basement and sat there and waited for it to pop.
Oh,
so he leveled his house, the neighbor's house. All the other neighbors' houses are all pretty much destroyed because they're the foundations.
Oh, sure.
It's like a whole neighborhood, in that direct area is going to be just, empty fields. So he disrupted, probably 50, 60 families' lives, because he didn't want to go back to jail. So he killed himself, blew up his house. But I mean, if you go online, you probably find it on there.
That is
ridiculous. I mean,
I
live. It was probably about 1.5 miles from my house, so I heard the boom. But everybody's shooting fireworks, so
yeah,
you really think about it. But yeah, that's what happened there. It's like, Jesus Christ. But yeah, parolee didn't want to go back to jail. Killed himself and he was the only one that died. They found him in the basement. A couple people in the house next door just got hurt. Nothing serious, but yeah, I mean, it could have killed. And they were showing, that kids out there riding, and it's a nice part of the city. It's $300,000 houses. It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's part of the city, like I live in.
It's not the poor neighborhood.
Yeah, not where I live. Yeah, you blow up a house here, you'll take 300 houses with you because
Yeah.
they're all just little. Where I live, it used to be a military base back in the day.
Oh
So
yeah, sure.
they have like my house, like the house my daughter lives in was the very first house in the neighborhood back in the 40s. But then you'll have like little houses that are like set back off the road, or you'll have just a little small house. Well, that was like where the officers and stuff. You know,
Yep.
they're all designated there. So the bigger houses were the higher up guys.
Right.
Yeah, but this whole area, there's like Kwanzaa huts. They actually have a couple Kwanzaa huts. One of them they made a radio controlled car arena out of. A couple have they're like steel companies, you know, are in there in the because they're huge. So you know they have all these different businesses and stuff. Yeah, interesting history in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's like over in Minnesota where I was raised. Outside of our community, you get out towards the farm community, and there was, what did they have? I think it was a total of 6 Nike sites out there. Yep. Missile silos.
Yeah.
And you didn't see none except farmland, and if you see a clump of trees on a hill with a paved road that went up to it, and you get up there and there's a 12-foot fence with another 6 feet of barbed wire and a big sign that basically tells you turn around and get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Well, they shut down, they retired all those old Nike bases and they were selling them off. And these people were buying those old silos to turn them into bunkers and all that kind of crap. But there was a part of the neighboring town that was just like you were describing. That was a small military base for all of the guys that manned those silos. And all these little row houses, they all looked identical. They were just exactly the same houses, you know.
Right.
And down at one end, all of a sudden they're twice the size, and they're a little different, each one of them. And you think, well, that wasn't part of that community. Oh, yeah, it was. Those were the officers' homes. Those were the grunts' homes down there, you know. And they eventually just sold off all those homes to these people. And it was funny because they had to do all this rezoning crap because that community, their zoning regs, none of the lots that these houses sat on were big enough to have a house on. And so they're saying, well, no, you can't even have a house on a lot that size, you know. And they said, but they're already there. What the hell do we do? So they had to rezone just that little military community to allow them to have these tiny little yards, you know. And it was pretty interesting how they did that. And a lot of families, it provided them homes, man, that they would have otherwise never been able to afford, you know.
Right.
And we've got one up here, DuPont. I tell you what, DuPont they were notorious for that. Wherever they had a munitions plant set up, they'd build these little strip communities where all the houses were identical in a row. And we've got, between Ashland and Washburn, Wisconsin, there was a huge DuPont plant back in there. And along the highway, there's still a half a dozen of those identical houses right in a row along the highway. And those were all DuPont employees lived in those houses. Yeah, when they had the DuPont plant up there, they operated that damn thing way into the late 60s. I was surprised. Even during the Nam era, they were still doing a lot of crap up there. And we had this local, very well-to-do family bought that whole complex. And nobody could understand why the hell they'd want that, why they even want it, because all you saw was woods. But if you went down, there's 2 entrances to the property, and if you went down either one of them and you got back beyond those thick woods, it opened up. There was all these rolling hills and stuff. Big ass craters in the ground where they're blowing shit up, and I mean, it was bad. And you go back there, and there'd be big herds of deer out there, and they're digging up the nitrates out of the ground, and they sit there and they suck up that dirt, and they suck on it and spit the dirt out. It's weird to watch the deer back in there. But some of the biggest damn bucks in our whole area, big 12-pointers, huge, come off that property. And that's why the boys bought it. Yeah.
If you look at that house, doing the main one and the one right next to it, and then all the surrounding houses are all damaged.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen a couple of one propane explosion and one natural gas explosion. The natural gas explosion actually was worse than the propane one. I
don't know if it was about 10 years ago. They had a place that was only about a half a mile from me, and it was a laundry place. You know, uniforms and the mats in the stores.
Sure.
And the guy lived in some fucked up country, and the feds were looking for him. Well, he was looking at spending like 40 years in jail. Set it up, blew it up, and he took out the whole neighborhood right next to it. The whole neighborhood, everything got leveled. It was like 60 houses. It was a big, huge, cement building.
The problem with that natural gas one, I was saying, it was the worst. The problem with that is that frickin' natural gas, all of the sewers on this city block are all interconnected to the main. Mm-hmm. And that natural gas was going down and following the sewers, and it was traveling to every frickin' house on the block, and it's venting out the roof vents of these houses, all this natural gas. And literally there was like 8 or 9 houses, their basements were full of natural gas. And one of them went off, and they just went off like a string of firecrackers. Boom, 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 boom. Their houses blowing up all over the frickin' place.
We've had a lot of shit going on around here lately. I don't know what's going on. Had a 5-year-old out with his aunt and his cousin walking across the intersection. Well, he was on his bike. The guy tried to beat the light, hit the 5-year-old on the bike, killed him.
Oh.
Half a mile this way. And then the next day, on the same exact street, there was another rollover accident. Somebody trying to beat the light and got T-boned. Then that house blew up. There's just been all kind of weird shit going on.
They had a guy 2 weeks ago here just outside of Ashland. A group of bikers riding, out cruising, and the guy riding point. Some asshole come off this side road and zipped right across the highway, right in front of him. He's in a 55 zone. He's doing 55 on the motorcycle, and 3/4 ton truck come out front, and he hit right behind the driver's door. Boom. Wow. And they said the guy on the bike didn't even realize. By the time he realized the truck was there, he hit it. That's how quick it happened, and killed him just better than hell right then and there. And
they let people out of their houses and they're losing their minds now.
Oh, I bet.
They should have just kept them locked in there. I don't understand it.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. I'll never forget over in Minnesota when they passed that federal legislation to shut down state institutions, mental institutions. They can have inpatient facilities, but they can't have the big institutions anymore, right? So what they did was they went through and evaluated all these people that had these issues, and if they didn't consider them an immediate threat, they released them. Holy God, Minnesota for about 5 years. Every time you'd step out of the house, you go, I wonder if that one's nuts, you know? Because they released every kook they had, the 3 big mental institutions they had. And crap was happening everywhere. I mean, and it was all coming back to, well, he was in that institution. Yeah. Well, why the hell did they let him out? Well, new federal law. And oops, should have never let him go, I guess.
And then people wonder why I hide in my basement all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
The only safe place I got.
Well, that's like out at camp, you know. We get asked, as hosts, we get asked all the time, you guys carry guns with you in your trucks? Hell no. You can't carry a firearm in a federal vehicle like that unless you're law enforcement. But don't come knocking on my trailer at frickin' midnight, 1 o'clock. Because that's my trailer. That don't belong to the Forest Service. Yeah, and guess what I sleep with? They had that in Indiana too. Yeah, yeah. And the thing is they weren't doing those people any, you know, they weren't doing them any favors by releasing them.
Right.
You know, a lot of them were on a medication routine that ended. You know, so many things, and none of them had lived in the world for years. All they knew was institutional life. There was somebody cooking for them, doing their laundry, making their bed, doing everything for them, you know. And then all of a sudden they're just told, no, you're not nuts enough anymore. You got to just go do your own thing. Okay, they did. They did their own things. Yeah. Did a lot of weird things, but I still, you know, people tell me, oh no, that's an old story. I've heard that before. Well, maybe somebody did it as a yarn, as a story, but this is true to life. I dated this girl. Her name was Jill Casper, and Casper was a good last name for her because she was damn near albino. This girl, I mean, she had the whitest frickin' hair you ever saw, pale skin, shit. I mean, I always told her, you can't even go out in the moonlight, you'll get moonburnt. You know, she couldn't go out in the sun without 4 layers of SPF 50 on, otherwise she'd burn like a lobster.
Yeah.
But Jill, her family had this nice big piece of property right next to the Anoka State Hospital, which was the nut house, you know. And the big fence of that hospital ran right along their property line. And we go over there, they'd be having a cookout or whatever, and her dad, he didn't, there was no love lost between him and that hospital. That whether it be the staff or the kooks that lived there, you know, they'd come to his fence while we're having a barbecue there in the yard, and they'd be yelling at us and stuff, and he'd look at them, oh, you're freaking nuts, go away, blah, blah, blah. This one guy's out there gets in an argument with my girlfriend's dad, and her dad walked right up to the fence and says, it's a damn good thing there's a fence here. And that guy says, you wouldn't want me on the other side. And her dad said, you're damn right. He says, that fence is there for a reason. And that guy goes, you're absolutely right about that. It's to keep crazy fuckers like you from getting in here. So that guy, from his perspective, the fence was there to keep us out.
Wow. Not
to keep them in. Her dad couldn't help but laugh. He's just like, oh, geez. Hey, Ben Franklin, what's up? What's up? Nothing much. Just a Wednesday camp chat. My day home from camp. I'll be back next Wednesday doing this again. I wasn't here last Wednesday because of that crazy 4th of July, getting ready for that. And I'll tell you what, all the work I put in last week, I got both my campgrounds, both my boat landings. I got everything mowed. I had mower breakdowns again, but got it all worked out, got it all done. And just, every bathroom at every facility, I pressure washed from floor to ceiling, scrubbed them damn bathrooms. You could have done surgery in one of them damn things. And I was packed from Friday until Sunday. Sunday, everybody left. I couldn't believe how many people left on Sunday, on the 4th of July. No, they celebrated Saturday night. They left on Sunday. And I got to thinking about it. Those are people that are either self-employed or they work for a mom and pop operation where it's, you ain't getting Monday off. That ain't the 4th. That's the 5th. You're coming into work, you know. You get Sunday off as usual, you know. So these folks had to go back to work. So that's why they left on Sunday. Well, both campgrounds packed tight for the whole weekend. Monday morning, I go and check all those bathrooms, updated all my reservations in the campgrounds, and checked every single bathroom. All I had to do were quick disinfectant spray and wipe downs, put fresh toilet paper in, sweep the place, and I'm out of there. I had the best campers at both campgrounds. They used those bathrooms like they were their own bathrooms at home. You know, let's keep them clean kind of approach. Garbage cans were, all waste and stuff was thrown in the garbage cans, not all over the floors, nothing. I didn't have any wild yahoos at camp last weekend. No, I didn't have any. I didn't have anybody where I told them, hey, you got to settle her down. Not one. It was so peaceful. In fact, on Sunday, when people were wrapping up, packing up, and heading home, I had 3 different campers come to my site and just walk in and say, hey, we want to tell you that was the most peaceful 4th of July we've ever had in a campground yet. They said it was awesome. The loons were singing so loud last night. The lake was just like glass. It was beautiful. And you didn't hear people raising hell. I said, no, all I saw were campfires. All I saw were campfires with people sitting around them. And it was awesome. I worked my bloody ass off to get those campgrounds looking just perfect. I mean, the campsites looked like golf course greens, and the roads were all perfect and clean, ditch lines, everything. The bathrooms were spotless. And Monday, when I went to figured I got to do it all again now that they've tore my campgrounds apart. Monday, it usually takes me 2 to 2.5 hours to do both campgrounds and both my boat landings. On Monday, it took 2 hours, and all I did was dink around. I was wandering around, dinking around. I filmed some snapping turtles in a couple of spots. And I was just dinking around. And because everything was clean. I couldn't frickin' believe it. Who are those people that were so good to me? Travis from Destination Great Lakes, he was texting me constantly. I almost texted back and said, quit whining. He's going, I got a bunch of noisy ones over in this site. I've got, oh God, here I got a drunk over here. And then, I got some guy with a big diesel truck that ain't got no exhaust backing a boat in right outside my campsite here at the boat landing. Then he sends me a text, says, "Oh, here we go. Here comes the jet skis." He had a bunch of jet skis show up at his campground. I didn't have none of that shit. I didn't have any trouble, nothing. And then he's texting me, "Oh man, they're trashing my bathrooms and this and that." You got to take control, pal, man. You go to each one of those people and you make sure I'm going to come over here and kick your ass. You fuck up my campground, And one of our other campground hosts, he's got a big campground, over 40 sites there. He had issues. He had a bunch of issues. Another gal, she's got about 50 sites, and she had a bunch of issues. And I'm like, my supervisor texts me and he goes, "So how rough was your weekend?" I said, "Oh man, I loved the 2 days off. It was great." I said, "Everything was so quiet and cool around here. I took 2 days off." He sends me a message back and he goes, "You're the only one." Yeah. Hey, Yoren, good to see ya. Shadow Scout Swoop. But my supervisor, now mind you, he's kind of a smaller guy. He's no slouch, but he's a smaller guy. He's a couple inches shorter than me, and probably weighs 165 or so. He's a lot tougher than his size tells you, though. That poor son of a bitch, you know what he had to do? And he had to do it on Saturday. He had to go to all of our large campgrounds, the ones with 40 or more campsites, as Smokey the Bear.
Uh-oh.
It was in the frickin' 90s on Saturday. And he's wearing that Smokey the Bear head with the big smoky hat and the furry smoky hands. And he's got to wear this stuffed Forest Service uniform. He was a true Smokey the Bear.
Wow.
And that poor sucker, he went to each of those campgrounds, and each one of them were packed full of kids. All these freaking kids were attacking him and hugging him, and he's like, "I was dying of heat stroke, and these little monsters wanted to hug me and shit." And he said, and he had boxes full of Smokey the Bear swag to give out to these kids, and those kids wiped him completely out. But I had to laugh. He's got his second in command driving the truck. He's in the passenger seat. Big white Forest Service 3/4-ton Ram that he uses. In between each of those campgrounds, he stayed in that Smokey suit with his arm out the window. Every time they'd see somebody, there's Smokey waving at him. Only you can prevent wildfires. People, man, the word got out all over that area down there. I saw a frickin' Smokey the Bear go by. He was in a truck. He was waving at me out the passenger window. Yeah, I know him personally, actually.
Yeah, that had a suck.
And he is such a good sport. I mean, he said he enjoyed every bit of it. It was miserable. He tried to get his second in command there to take over for the second half of the day, and his second in command, Brandon, he goes, "If you got a fresh, clean Smokey suit, I'll do it." He says, "I ain't crawling in that suit you've been wearing for the last 5 hours, sweating like a pig in there. Ain't happening." I told Brandon, I said, "That's right where I would have been too." It would have been, "No, you should have asked me first then." Yeah. A fresh Smokey suit. But It's Smokey the Bear's 75th birthday, so they had to make a big extra deal. He does that every year, 4th of July, and then usually he's in the parade, the 4th of July parade and shit. I tell you what, I don't want that I would not want that damn job. When he got that job, I wonder if they asked that question in his interview. Are you willing to be Smokey the Bear? I bet they didn't disclose that shit when he accepted the job. It's good to see you, Earl.
Yeah. Freaking Earl.
Earl. I could have used an Earl at camp. I mean, he'd make good company.
You can come and get him anytime.
yeah. Just run right over there. Yeah. That was kind of funny with Nicholas Green and his buddy Travis. They leave my campground. In fact, that's tomorrow morning's video is Nick breaking camp. They leave my campground at 6 o'clock in the morning. It took them 14 hours to get there from PA.
Yeah.
Now, if I was driving and the routes I would have taken, it would have taken about 12. But those guys decide they want to take the easiest, quickest route and the shortest trip through Ohio as possible. And I told them, well, that means you're going down past Mike and Phil. And they said, well, how are we going to do that? I said, you go through the UP and you cross the bridge and you head on down straight through Michigan. And I said, you're going to be skirting Flint and you're going to be skirting Detroit. You're going to jump across and you're just going to have a corner of Ohio to shoot through to get to PA.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the way we're going to go. So what do? They stop at Phil's and eat pizza. Oh, yeah, when you go from where I'm at up over the UP and all the way down Michigan to Phil's and then eat pizza and try to stay awake on the way to Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's not wise.
Like where I was from in Pennsylvania, I was on the East Coast, kind of like the northeast corner.
Yeah.
8 hours from here to there.
Sure.
So, but isn't he like Central PA or?
No.
No.
He's just 45 minutes over the border.
Oh.
At the most. Yeah, he's not far over the border there.
I think somebody was in Pittsburgh. I don't know who the hell it was. Or by Pittsburgh. I don't remember who it was.
Was that Alexander with that
I don't remember who it was.
He's got that super long channel name. I can never remember the whole channel name. But he's from that neck of the woods. I think he's north of Pittsburgh. Yeah. Earl would eat the monks. No, I'd be afraid the monks would eat Earl. Them damn monks. I quit feeding them for the last week and a half. Oh, they're pissed at me, man. They get up on this stump by my chair and they chatter at me. And I told them, no, you don't get to eat for a couple weeks.
Damn, a couple weeks.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, I went through 2 big jars full of unsalted, dry roasted peanuts. I went through a huge bag of pretzels. And it doesn't matter how much I throw out. They'll sit there for an hour coming back and forth, the 2 of them. And they're just gathering and gathering. And I'll look and I'll go, well, there's enough. There will still be some tomorrow morning. There ain't no way they're hauling that all out. It's getting pitch black out here. The owls will eat them, And the next morning, every one of them's gone. No, they work all damn night. They're hauling it all out. But I haven't seen a single sign of a single field mouse or that the monks have gone into my camp kitchen at all.
Wow.
They won't go in there. I'm sitting out there. I throw them a few nuts, and they'll come and get them, and they'll look at that camp kitchen, but they won't go near it. They won't go in it. Yeah. Hey, Mary. Hey, Mary's back.
Berry. Yeah, it's not the grind I want to do though.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope Phil sends me my money when he gets back.
What money does he have to send you?
I have got to take his spot because he ain't here.
Oh! I get it. Yeah.
You think this was a friendly visit? No.
Yeah. No. I forgot it's under contract. Yeah. That's it.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
How long's he gone? A week?
I don't know. I don't follow that guy. I don't know what he's doing.
I knew he was going to be down there this week, but I wasn't sure if he was going to be down there for just a week or more than a week.
He stopped in to see Granny, though.
Did he stop and see her? That's good.
Yeah.
So how's it going for Granny right now? Nah?
She's still having house problems.
Oh, boy.
The price is just ridiculous, you know? The one she was looking at, you know, when all this first started,
yeah,
went up like 30 grand. And you know, it's building materials and stuff.
That's it.
I haven't heard from her in a couple days. You know, she usually texts me every day. I haven't heard from her.
Huh.
So I don't know what she's up to.
Yeah, hope everything's okay.
Yeah.
Mike, I could finally see and hear you guys. Aha, Ann. Hey, sweetie.
Well, good night.
Yeah, so now Mike's going to bail? Oh, no.
What time is it? 10 o'clock I'm bailing.
I
got myself into a routine. I go to bed at 10 o'clock now.
Yeah, you know, I can't go too terribly late tonight myself. We'll see. I got another busy day tomorrow. Crazy Ann says I can leave. Mike, no, you don't go nowhere. No, I'd rather that he would leave than you, girl.
That can be arranged.
Oh, hey, that guy. He's just trying to make me reach for my mouse. That's God damn it. I'm sitting there just being lazy, and I had to reach for that mouse.
You'll be all right.
You should have seen me today, because down at camp, all I can do is, to a point, render a video together, and then it's all on my laptop on an external hard drive. I pack that shit up, bring it back here on Wednesday morning, and then I spend a good 4 or 5 hours taking it from that laptop, putting it on my desktop, doing some editing, front and tail end stuff, and blah, 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 blah. What a freaking pain in the neck, but there's no getting around it. That's what I gotta do in order to put up videos. And I'm sitting here thinking it'd be so nice if all I had to do is come here and do a live stream. But then if I had the ability to upload those videos from camp, I did have the ability to live stream. I wouldn't have to come back here at all. I could live stream right down there. You know, them sons of bitches, I know what Musk is going to do. That son of a bitch is going to wait till the end of September and send me my goddamn Starlink equipment. And I won't have a use for it until spring again.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It is. I mean,
look,
when they accepted my deposit, as far as I'm concerned, they accepted a goddamn contract, you know?
Right.
And they have failed. I mean, here we are. We're in July. They took my deposit in the end of March.
Damn.
And the latest I heard, no sooner than September, first part of September, no sooner. So I might get it in time to do 1 or 2 live streams from camp. That's it.
Yeah.
I'll have it for next year, but you know, and they're bitching about the same thing everybody else is. Well, we don't have the chips. Hey, Jesus Christ. Okay, if the Japs, Sony, their PlayStation 4s, they had to stop production because they didn't have the chips they needed, right? They couldn't get them. So what did they do? They sent it to the research and development department and said, come up with a way around this problem. Oh, they did. They came up with a common available chip that can replace the one that they can't get. So now they're still selling PS4s, but they got a different chip in them than the originals.
Yep.
They said all we had to do was find an alternative, and our problem's been solved. Well, now if PlayStation can frickin' do that, why the heck can't Musk? He's sending people up in space, for God's sakes. He can't come up with a way to get around his chip problem?
Nope.
And then I liked what this one guy said too, is he says, yeah, the automotive industry we're shutting everything down, we can't get chips and this and that. I think he had the right idea. He says, well, then start building them vehicles like you did in the 70s when they didn't need all them fucking chips.
They're a lot easier to work on, too.
Yeah. Well, they don't want to do that because that means we could start fixing shit at home again.
I ordered a silver coin. I'm going to send it to Phil.
Wait a minute. I can't see it.
Hurry up, my arm's getting tired.
Oh, what the hell? Oh, no.
I'm going to send it to Phil.
Oh, God.
Look at number 43.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, no.
He'll love it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He'll love the fact it's silver.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I'll tell you what, man, my silver collection is growing. I'm up to about 53 ounces.
Oh, wow. There you go.
I buy about every 2 weeks, I buy like 3 ounces.
Yeah. Doesn't take long.
Maybe I take my scrap metal, and that's why scrap metal money goes to.
Yeah. Yeah. John says all his chips are in the satellites. Well, they don't do any good if nobody's going to be paying that monthly fee to use them.
Right.
I mean, yeah, we paid the deposits, but he ain't getting that monthly fee until we get our equipment. And yeah,
come on, you fucker!
It's a joke. It's a joke. The
fucking cat, bitch.
That's a whole thing too. Is this? I think Musk gotta. When they finally provide you with your equipment, your first billing cycle, they should go back how many months it took, minus 14 days, because that's reasonable for shipping something out to somebody. So roll that clock back, minus 14 days, and then in the future, you're credited that each billing cycle until that's used up. That you get a credit for that, all that wait time, instead of saying, oh yeah, you finally got your equipment, now we're going to bill you a full price as if you've had it all along. Oh, kiss my ass. I mean,
I guess I'm working.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He just took over the whole bench.
That's what I like about him, man. It's just like he's a quiet boss, you know. It's just like I'll just lay down where the hell I want, and life's going to have to go on without me. You know, you're going to have to work around my ass.
I ain't nowhere to work. I'm done working for today anyway.
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Give me a little.
Yeah.
Fucker.
I'm thinking that if we wrap her up, I might actually get some sleep tonight. I was surprised I got all my video work done. I thought for sure I'd be doing that shit after the stream tonight too. But I got everything done for the week. I got a Forest Service ranger showing up tomorrow to work on the damn lawnmower again. That lawnmower is mine now. It belongs to my campground. Hey, Trail Trash, it's great to see you. Thanks for all the comments on the videos, man. It's great to see you. Great to see you. Yeah, I can't even pull it up. I don't have it. It's on my laptop. But I was going to show you a picture. I had one of my Forest Service employees get a hold of me and say, "Hey, Sty, you're slacking." I said, "What do you mean I'm slacking? There ain't nothing slacking about my campgrounds." They said, "Well, at Beaver Lake, behind the recycling dumpster, there's a shitload of beer cans and other garbage, and it's all going down the hill into the woods behind it." I said, "Well, I'll take care of that shit." So I drove up there, and I get there and I look behind the dumpster. I took pictures of it. And yeah, there's probably a 30 packs worth of Bush beer cans all crushed laying there, and a bunch of other garbage going down the hillside. So I picked all that up, got it all into the proper dumpsters, got it all picked up, took some pictures. And so I gave this Forest Service rep a call, and I said, "I cleaned that damn mess up." And I said, and he goes, "These damn campers, they just throw their garbage anywhere." I said, "No, it wasn't the campers." I said, "You get waste management out here to pull that dumpster and get it the hell off the site and replace it, put a new one in there." And he goes, "Why?" And I said, "Well, it's got a 2.5 foot rusted out hole in the bottom and the back of it." I said, "When they came and dumped it, all them beer cans, everything that were on the bottom, all poured out the back. Nobody threw it there. The garbage company did it." Oh. I was surprised. The very next morning, they were out there, and they replaced that dumpster. I was surprised they actually did it. I finally got my dumpsters at East Twin emptied. I was amazed. Who sets the time limits for these videos anyways? For the ads? I don't know. I've gone to watch people's, that their monetized channels. I go to watch their video, and this ad will pop up, and that damn thing, that ad, I sit and watch it, and I'm 20 minutes into it. And it's like, now wait a minute, the video's 12 minutes long. I just watched a 20-minute commercial.
Yeah. I
That's
had a
why
11-minute one on one of my things.
that's why every time I watch a video, if the ad pops up at the beginning, I skip it. I always skip them.
And there's like a million ads now. It's like, Jesus Christ. And it's YouTube doing it.
Yeah.
YouTube that's doing it. And it sucks because you'll be writing, like I have a guy I follow in Iowa. He's like 22 years old, but he's a farmer. He runs a family farm. But he, does make, and he'll be in there and he'll be in the middle of telling you something like, interesting. He'll be all like this, and it's like, Have you had an erection today? What the fuck? You know,
That's yeah. What the hell?
Viagra commercial. I said, come on.
Yeah.
I told him, I said, man, I said, I follow you guys faithfully. I said, but every 5 minutes there's an ad and you have an 18-minute video. I said, but now, it's like the ads just disappeared.
Yeah.
Back on again. So
see, I try, because you can set when you monetize it, you can pick when the ads will run, and I try to always make sure that they can run one at the beginning and they can run one at the end. So it's either before the video starts or it's when that video ends that they can run it. I don't have any mid-roll. Sometimes I miss it, so some of my videos will have a mid-roll ad in them, but I try to always eliminate those mid-roll ads, because right in the middle of the damn video, all of a sudden you're watching ads. What the hell? I could understand it if the video's 2 hours long and you have one every 20 minutes or something. It's like a TV show or something. But yeah,
I took a computer apart yesterday and it was a gold ingot in it.
What?
Yeah. Try to find a graphics card anywhere. I looked this one up on eBay. This is going for $300 on eBay. I gave it to my stepson. Yeah. You can't find a graphics card anywhere.
No, you can't afford to buy one. If you can find one for sale, a new one.
Yep.
If you can find one for sale, hang on tight to your wallet, man. Whoa. It's going to cost you more than just buying a new computer with a graphics card already in it.
Yeah. But yeah, I sent him a picture, and it's a 6 gigabyte too. It's a decent.
It's a good, yeah, that's a good one.
6 gig, yeah.
My beard likes the great outdoors, all that fresh air and that dip in the lake every 2 days. I was really mad there for 4 days in a row. I had campers in all of the best campsites that had the best water access, sandy access, and this and that. So I said, to hell with it. I just walked through the muck out front of mine and went out there until I was waist deep in clear water and standing in sand and scrubbed myself up, washed the old beard. But I put a dock in, so watch this week. Yeah. There's a video coming up that says, I've got a dock. I fixed that shit, boy. I got a dock now. Yeah.
Well, we don't have to watch the video because you just told us.
Hey, Gary Two Sellers, good to see you. What do you mean I just told you? I told you I found the dock.
Yeah, but you just told
us. You would know that the minute you saw the post. It says, I've got a dock.
Hey,
so you're not going to watch it because you know what it's about.
Sty, I don't watch your videos anyway.
I know you don't. You know. Ain't got no time for that shit.
I ain't got no time for that bullshit. I don't even watch my own videos. I just do them, post them, done.
Oh, I learned after I had that one that was all effed up that post an 18-minute video and you get to watch 2 minutes and 48 seconds of it and it dies. Frickin' YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, scrapping together. Hi. Hi. Yeah, hell, if you take off, I'll be up here all alone, you know.
Well, you're going to be up here all alone because I am thinking as soon as I'm done with this.
An old man all by himself. Yeah.
Your last need. Oh, yeah. It's only 9 o'clock at your house.
You'd let an old man like me die all by himself. You wouldn't sit there at his bedside.
No. For what?
I ain't going to sit here and wait for that son bitch to quit breathing. Nobody's got any time for that bullshit.
Right. I got important shit to do. Let him.
Some bitch. Oh, you got the Copper Falls State Park video up? Great. I'll watch that before I go to bed tonight. Yeah. Hey guys, I'm only going to let this run into the 2.5 hour mark. That's another 20 minutes, and then I'm going to be shutting her down. I haven't had my supper yet tonight either. I'm going to eat something. There's Cheesehead. Nah, I'd let you die too. Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, I had a guy the other day. It was 91 degrees out. And all of a sudden, this guy comes walking around the corner and he's looking in my trailer door. I'm sitting there, the trailer door's wide open. And he goes, he's looking at the trailer. He goes, "You don't sleep in this, do you?" And I go, "I'm sitting on a goddamn bed. Yeah, I sleep in here." And he goes, "In this heat? How the hell can you sleep in that damn thing? It's been only getting down to like 78 degrees at night. Oh, God, I'd die in that thing." I said, No. I said, "Comfy as hell." And he goes, "But no air conditioning." I said, "I don't need air conditioning. I got fans." He goes, "But you can't run that generator all night to run a fan." I said, "No, I got three 12-volt fans. One's a dual fan. There's two fans on the same mount, and that clips to whatever I want to clip it to. And then I've got one where it's a single fan, and it's an oscillating fan, goes back and forth, and that clips too. So I can clip those fans to the table I use for my PlayStation and my laptop and shit." And where he says, I'm resting here," he says.
He had his tail hanging over the edge of the thing, and I leaned up and got his tail.
Got his tail. But he says, "Well, that's all fine and dandy." He goes, "How the hell do you run those fans?" I said, "They're 12 volt. And I've got this cable with, it's like battery clamps on it. It's a heavy, I think they're 16 gauge, maybe heavier cable. And it's got two 12-volt sockets, right?" And I said, "I just plugged those two fans into this cable, and I got it hooked up to a deep cycle battery." He says, "Well, that ought to run for a couple of hours." I said, 21 hours. I get 21 hours off of a battery running those fans.
Cool.
I can run them constant for 21 hours. So I run them about maybe 4 to 6 hours a night. Because as it finally cools off out there, the one fan is clipped right by the window in the doorway. I got the two upper windows open. Pulls all that cool air right through the trailer. The other two fans are blowing right on me. Hell yeah, it's comfortable as can be. And it's all off my deep cycles. And then I run my CPAP off of deep cycle and my laptop and all that shit off the deep cycle. Yeah. And then I run the Jenny for a few hours, 2-3 hours every day, and it tops off all my deep cycle batteries. And,
You dummy.
He a dummy.
He's
chewing.
He's chewing my copper wire.
Yeah. He's trying to help you.
Well, the problem was when he went to bite the wire, he bit the tip of the pliers.
Oh, yeah, that ain't good. Hey, James, we'll see you. Take care. Say hi to Sis for me. Give her a big hug.
Have a good night, James.
Yeah, I was wondering if Cheesehead would pop in and show us.
We were just talking about him. That's why.
That's it. You know.
Well, Sty was talking about you. I wouldn't talk about it.
And I wasn't giving you credit for anything this time. No. He got enough credit already. That guy. That's. No, actually, it was Mike that brought Cheesehead up. He was asking how you're doing, Chris, you know, after your little pacemaker incident. And Mike here just recently having a couple of stents put in. He was lurking. Oh yeah. Credit for what? Yeah, credit? Oh, credit. Yeah. You know your credit's good with me because it's not his credit. It's my credit. Yeah, I owe him. Don't worry about it. It's on my credit. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I got good credit, right, Chris? Hey, still kicking. That's what counts. That's what counts, man. You be careful with the heat, though, there, Chris. It's not bad right now. Temperatures this week are going to be pretty good. 82 I saw for Clam Lake for a high 5 days from now. It's slowly working its way up to the low 80s again. But no rain all freaking week, so my campground's going to be packed. I know it.
I want to cash in his credit.
Yeah.
I'll blame him.
I'd like to cash in my credit. Oh, I'll tell you what. Talk about interesting campers. I had E-Waste is asking, Running Water's asking you, Mike, if there's anything salvageable in a pacemaker.
There's gold in a pacemaker.
I'll invite Chris over and we can salvage them.
I got all the little screws heads we need. Okay? A whole bunch of little. We'll get it apart.
Yeah, she said if you do head out, say hi. Kick me a text. If I don't respond within a half hour, that means I'm up at Beaver Lake, but I do Beaver Lake and then I come right back down to East Twin. So I'm never away from East Twin more than an hour and a half. So, and over the weekend, that'll be a quick run to Beaver Lake and back because I scrubbed the bathrooms on Thursday and it's just a drive-through on Saturday probably.
Drive-through.
Wow, it's severe thunderstorm warning here. 100-mile-per-hour winds. Ay. You be careful. Get ready to head for cover.
Ouch.
Yeah, Rebecca, you gotta keep an eye on that weather. I'll find you. You can't hide from me. Oh, you'd be surprised, man. There's a lot of Forest Service trucks running around. God, there was one day I ran up to Beaver Lake, and it's only a 13-mile drive if I take my regular route. It's only, oh, geez, maybe 12 miles if I take my shortcut. But there was one day I ran up to Beaver Lake and back, and in that trip up there and back, I called my supervisor and said, what are all these Forest Service people doing out here around Beaver Lake and Mineral Lake boat landing? And he goes, what do you mean? I said, 11 Forest Service trucks I passed in an hour and a half. I said, there's something wrong with that shit out in the middle of the goddamn woods like that. I said, I'm amazed that we got 11 trucks running around out here. He says, oh, we got some people from another district down there too. And yeah, they had a couple of projects going.
So you're a snitch.
I'm a snitch?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a snitch. I'm a whiner.
Well, that's you. You're a whining snitch.
Hey, watch it.
I can leave.
Hey, bee lady, it's great to see ya. Just came in from setting up trail camera at the bee yard. So far, I've caught 4 huge raccoons. Whoa. We had a great big bugger. He was crossing the highway about a mile away from my campground, and I tried to hit him with the truck. he was quicker than me. Uh, that's the last thing I want are any masked bandits in my campground. Oh, I'd rather have a bear that's coming around than a dang coons. Them raccoons, they get into everything, man. They can raise so much heck. The got 4 of them out of there. 4 raccoons. That's pretty good. Trash. Yeah, eating the bee food from our hives. Those varmints. Yeah, reports already that trees were blown down on wires and stuff. Yeah. Wind's that heavy? Yeah, that's going to take some trees down. That'll take some trees down. I've seen 60-mile-an-hour straight line winds wipe out big patches of forest. Yeah, raccoons, thieves of the night. Yeah, nasty little buggers, and they're tenacious. I mean, they don't care. You chase them off, the minute you walk in the door, they're right back. Yeah, they don't care. The honey. Yeah, that honey. Bee lady sent me some, and damn, that's good. I use that in my chaga tea. Yeah, I love it. Some pass away from trying to get out of the trap. Some have to feed lead sandwiches. Yeah. Here, I've got one last pill for you to take. Oh, yeah, they can get into coolers. Yeah. Yeah, hey, Steve, good to see you. Chilling out in Hawaii. Yeah. Yeah. Wishing you're canoeing up north with us guys. Yeah. I'm still batting around whether I'm going to get rid of the adventure trailer and get a regular camping trailer. I'm almost thinking I'm not gonna. There's some things I want to do to modify the adventure trailer a bit. And I think I'm going to buy myself a small fishing boat with a little outboard on it, so I can fish the area lakes more. I can cover a lot more lakes if I got a little motorboat to putz around in than I can by putting in and taking out the kayak all the time. Mystic Bunny and John had a bunch of raccoons last year. Ooh, yeah. While loading the traps, skunk and groundhogs walked by. Yeah, Mother Nature's nuts here this year. Yeah. I'm doing a video on the way back to camp tomorrow of the route that I'm taking back and forth each week. Every Wednesday morning and every Thursday morning, I drive this route. I used to take what was called County Road Double G to Mellon, Wisconsin, and jump on Highway 13. That takes me all the way north to Ashland. Now I don't do that no more. I take back roads. I actually cut I cut 8 miles off of the trip, but it takes the same amount of time because I can't run at 55, 60 all the way. I have to drive a little slower. So I'm going to video that back trip back to camp. I'm going to high speed through parts of it, but go real time on some of it, so you can really see what a person's got to drive through to take the backcountry route to my campground. It's a nice drive though. I see a lot of wildlife, and The on one camera feed, we don't load the trap with what they want. They walk by the nerve, yeah, and nose in their air, right? Back to camp video would be nice. I saw you have a video of Site 10. Plan to watch that one. Yeah, Site 10. I tell you what, if I was going to just tent camp, if I was going to tent camp, I'd grab Site 10. It sits out on a little point all by itself. Surrounded by water. It's beautiful, beautiful. No other campers anywhere next to you. Yeah. I think they are discussing drives.
Lockable boxes are barbecue. You talking about these? What are you talking about?
I think so.
There's CD-ROMs out of computers. CD-ROMs.
Ta-da!
You're more excited than I was about it. It'd be nice to see more of the animals.
Yeah, you can't reserve in the next year yet. You can't make any reservations a year in advance with the Forest Service here. So you got to wait till next spring, early next spring, right around March, April. They'll open up reservations, and you'll be able to start reserving. And as of Memorial Day weekend, you can start reserving sites. That's the problem. Is my GoPros would have to run constant all the time for me to catch the wildlife. Catching wildlife is a bummer, man. It's tough. And a motor fishing boat would be really nice. Would that be too heavy for you to handle? No, I'd get one on a trailer. All I need is a 12 to 14 foot aluminum boat with a 5 or 10 horse outboard on it. And you would hit. Oh, yeah. No, I can't have Site 10 as a host. It's a walk-in site only. I could have it as a host if I want to put a tent up out there and just stay in a tent for 140 days. No, I'm not interested in that. Running all the time.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I could set trail cams up, but I can't. You got to keep in mind this old boy's on Social Security. I can't swing equipment costs and that type of investment. Yeah, it's just the Hummer's still visiting your Peters. Yeah, not as heavy, but they're there. The Hummers, I see them every day. I didn't get too much footage of them, but I got some. I got to put a video together. But I think I'm going to mix that with some other bird stuff, like the loons or whatever, and make one video. Those two-legged animals. I can get all kinds of footage of them characters. I'll tell you what, the weirdest thing I had, though, I had these two gals showed up with 8 preteen girls. They were all 12 and 13 years old, these girls. None of them are younger than 12, none over 13. 12 and 13, 8 of them. That was the noisiest bunch of characters I ever heard. I could not believe them girls. I mean, it was insane. It was insane. They kept, holy smokes, kaboom. But those girls would come over to my site. They would go into my information tent. They're looking at all the hiking pamphlets and stuff, and blah, blah, blah. Finally, to convince them to just stay away from my camp for a while, I gave them some Smokey the Bear swag, you know. Well, one thing I gave each of those 8 girls were buffs, Smokey the Bear buffs, you know. And those things are kind of funny, you know. They got Smokey the Bear's face on them. You can pull it over; it looks like a mask. You look like Smokey the Bear, you know. Well, so I gave out 8 of those to these 12 and 13-year-old girls, right? All of a sudden, I'm sitting out there by my campfire. Had just got it lit. It's still pretty daylight out. Here comes one of their chaperones, comes walking over. And she says, I hope the girls aren't driving you crazy and this and that. And I said, whatever, you know, it's okay. Well, here comes 5 of those 8 come running into my campsite, and they're heading for that information tent. But they run over in front of me, and they stop, and they go, thanks for the tube tops, Sty. All of them are wearing these neck buffs as tube tops. I go, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Somebody feed them kids, man. Those things are made to fit around your neck. They're not made to be tops, shirts, for Christ's sake. And here comes the other 3. They're wearing them like tube tops. They're all lining up and taking group pictures of themselves with these Smokey the Bear tube tops. And I told my supervisor about it, and he goes, oh, geez. He says, oh, Matt saw Nick in his Smokey the Bear swag. Yeah. Nicholas Green, he pulled his down over his face. I got that on video. That's funny. But I'll tell you what. I told their chaperones, I said, that's not really even decent. I mean, that's why my camera is staying shut off, man. They should not be wearing those like that. No. Oh, they're cute and this and that. I said, oh, Jesus. Well, my supervisor said, I don't know. You might get in trouble from our regional boss if they pop that up somewhere and it goes viral. And one of them happens to say, check out the tube tops that we got from Sty North out at Camp East Twin Lake. Oh, shit. No, don't go there. No. Smokey the Bear tube tops. Love it.
At least you didn't give them no candy.
Yeah, they were all skinny little monsters. I tell you what, and they were so damn loud. I had to go up to their campsite 3 times before 10 o'clock that night. The 3rd time I went up there, I drove the Forest Service truck up, pulled up right into their campsite, hit the bright lights. One of their chaperones comes walking out to the truck. I got out of the truck. I said, here's the scoop. It's 9:44, and I just changed Forest Service rules. It's quiet time at 9:45. You got 1 minute to shut these girls up, or you're breaking camp and you're getting out of my campground. I said, I got people all the way on the other end of the campground coming to me complaining because they can't stand hearing all that screaming that these girls are doing. I couldn't believe it. Literally within a minute, she went over to those girls and talked to them. Dead quiet the rest of the night. Never heard a peep out of any of them. That was amazing. That was just downright amazing. The yeah, Matt. Yeah, both Nick and Travis were wearing those things as Smokey the Bear faces. Yeah, they were funnier than hell. The quiet time is 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. Campground has to be quiet at 10. Well, they weren't playing music. They weren't talking. They were screaming at each other. I mean, they're only 3 feet apart, and they're screaming at each other. And then if somebody said something funny, their screechy giggles just echoed through the whole campground. It was insane. It was. The and boy, did they raise hell. They raised holy hell with my bathrooms. That all 10 of them would go at the same time. Those 2 chaperones would tell the girls, "Potty break." I'd hear them yell out, "Potty break," and I'd watch. And there they go, the chaperones with those 8 girls behind them like a row of little baby ducks, following them right down to the crapper. And it'd take them a half hour for all of them to use that crapper and then come back. I'd drive over there, check it out. Oh, yeah, there's toilet paper all over the damn place. The place is trash. There's candy wrappers laying on the ground all over. It was insane. But I knew it was going to be an interesting night with those girls. When I was over there, they couldn't get their campfire going. So they said, "Sty, could you help us start a campfire?" I said, "Yeah, I guess so." So I went over there, and I took an armload of good dry wood. It had rained the first 2 days before they got there, so they had wet wood. So, shut up. So, so I got their campfire going for them. And then all of a sudden, one of these girls yells at the chaperone, "I can't find the marshmallows." And that chaperone goes, "Oh no, I forgot them. They're back at the, oh no." So I had to go back down to my camp, grab them a bag of marshmallows and a bunch of sticks. I got those big, long shish kebab sticks. So I grabbed 8 of those and a bag of marshmallows, brought those up to those girls, right? Oh, they're all happy. "Oh, Mr. Sty, he's the best. Yay, yay. Shut up about it. I don't want to hear this shit. Shut up." Nobody's got time for that bullshit. Yeah, I love your line in those cases. I knew I was in trouble the minute one of the chaperones goes, "Girls," she just yells at them, "Girls, it's med time." And she goes, "All of you line up for your meds." She goes over to this big ass 15-passenger van they got, and she comes back with a fishing tackle box. And she opens that bitch up, and it's all freaking pills. This whole freaking box. And each girl's coming up, and she's giving them their pills. I watched that shit go on for about 15 minutes until they all took their pills. They got to swallow them and stick their tongue out. I took it, yeah. After they all had their pills, that gal walks over by the fire pit, and I said, "Now, I'm going to leave you to your fire. You take care of this. I'm not coming back." I said, "What's with the pill box thing?" And she goes, "I really shouldn't say anything, but this group of girls, they all have behavioral issues." She said they all have different behavioral conditions where they get out of control a lot, and they're all medicated, to keep them calm. I said, "You call that fucking calm?" I said, "Get them back over to that box and give them a double dose of everything you got." I said, "Because that is not calm. Those girls have not been calm all damn day." But they did. They did. This is stuff the great movies are made of. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Line up, girls. Bedtime. They were in the very next campsite to mine. My campsite sits down in a hollow. Okay. Campsite number 7's off to the left up on the hill. Campsite number 5 is up on the hill to the right. They were in number 5. There's a stand of woods between us, but you can kind of see through the woods pretty good. So I can pretty much so make out what's going on over on site 5. Number 7's a little harder to make out because there's a lot more timber there. But yeah, there were 2 chaperones, 8 girls, 2 chaperones. And I never seen anybody in my life other than the military make a pot of mac and cheese that big. I mean, that frickin' kettle she was using had to have held 5 gallons of water, and that thing was over half full when the mac and cheese was all mixed up and done. And them girls ate every frickin' bit of it. They were so hyper, and their metabolisms were going 10,000 miles an hour, man. I wouldn't even look up at the site. I looked the opposite direction. There's no way I'm looking up there when those girls were roasting marshmallows, man. I could hear that. Oh my God, that's hot! Oh, it burnt me! And then all of a sudden, oh, hey, your hair's on fire! I'm hearing shit like that. I'm not even gonna look. I don't want to see. I don't want to hear. I don't want to know. The next morning, I was up at about 6:30. Had my coffee cooking, and I was sitting out just having a smoke. And I heard the van doors clunk, 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 clunk. Heard the van pull out, and I thought, oh shit, they must be going to town for breakfast or something. So I kind of walked up there, and I looked. Nope, they're gone. They only spent the one night. And you won't believe it. The hellacious day I went through in half a night with those 8 girls, and they left the cleanest campsite you ever seen. Huh. That campsite was perfect. Yeah. Nick Green was cooking a gourmet breakfast. Yeah, yeah. The chaperones were just young gals too. They were in their mid-20s or so. They're fresh out of college, and they both have social services type degrees. They're doing this thing as a summer job, and both of them told me, yeah, one summer's enough. We're not going to do this next year. They said somebody else will show up with them next year. I said, no, they won't. I said, because the minute I see that big white van of your outfit pull in here, I'm going to tell them, no, we're full up. We're full up. Every site is taken. Gotta leave. And I'll send them down to Travis at Black Lake. Yeah.
Oh, we got.
They were in tents. They had three dome-style tents that the 8 girls were split up in, and then the 2 chaperones slept in the van.
Jeez.
Oh, yeah, they were safe in a vehicle, They left them girls out there to terrorize the great outdoors. Yeah, B-Lady, you're right, though. I don't mean to diss the girls. They all said they had a great time. They all enjoyed it. And they left a note on the picnic table with a rock on it, and it said, "Thank you, Mr. Sty. We loved the stay. You were such a help. The fire and the marshmallows." And Hope to see you again. And I'm like, ay. Well, if it's one day, and I guess if I had seen it coming, it would have been easier, you know. But I did not see the tube top thing coming at all. And I sure the hell didn't see the line up for your medications thing. I did not see those two things coming at all.
Oh shit!
Those chaperones. All the windows on that van I noticed were wide open. They were all open. So, and those girls they were quiet all night. I went out 2-3 times in the middle of the night and listened, and no, they're dead quiet. They were, yeah. No way you can turn them down again, but you can't recommend. But you can recommend number 10. Yeah, I thought of that too, B lady. They parked that big old van down at the end of that entrance to 10 and then hiked them girls way the heck down in 10. The only problem is it's a long hike out to get to the outhouse, to get to the bathroom. I'm going to end up with 10 girls back there peeing and pooping all over in the woods around that campsite.
Pee and poop.
Later, John. Later, we'll see ya. Let's see here. Yeah, they'll ask to be next to me. That's, and it was weird because Site 5 is a reservable site, but we've got this 4-day window thing where if it hasn't been reserved, there can be up to 4 days where there's no reservation on a site. Well, during that 4 days, I can allow people to rent it for 1 to 4 nights, right? Well, they went in there on the first night of a 4-night window, and that had me nervous, man. They could have stayed 4 nights, and I just, oh my God, no. And then the next day found out, nope, they were only doing the 1 night. So that, so that worked out. If they're there for 1 night, yeah. Oh well. I can't have a good night's sleep every single night, I do have to say I sleep good out at camp. There's no doubt. And I've got my routine, man. I crash at 11:30 unless there's something like that going on where I get up a couple times during the night, check on things. But man, I crash at 11:30 and I'm up by 7:30 typically. Except on Father's Day when my youngest boy showed up at 9 o'clock, pounding on my door, and I open the door. I go, "Give me a minute, I'll be out." And I come out and I go, "What the hell you doing here so early? You said you'd be here at 9." And he looks at his watch and he taps it. He goes, "It's 9 o'clock." I said, bullshit. I would go back in my trailer. I look at my alarm clock and I go, 5 after 9? Son of a bitch. And I check. No, the alarm was on. It went off. That alarm clock, the alarm will go off like for about 5 minutes, and it just gets louder and louder and louder, and then it stops. If you don't hit the snooze, it just shuts itself off after 5 minutes. I slept right through that damn thing. I haven't slept like that at all that I can remember forever. The one day my kid shows up and I slept straight through. Do you all give discounts for groups like them? Schools, Girl Scouts? No. And even if they had discounts, I wouldn't have let them know. I wanted every penny I could get out of that. Hey, I did have something. This is cool. This is cool. That never happens. I talked to other hosts, 3 other hosts. They've never had this happen. I had a fella come in. He's about my age, and he had the site next to me at number 7. Beautiful site. And he reserved the site for 14 days, 2 full weeks. You're allowed to do that up to 2 weeks. Okay. Well, he had this big trailer put in there. He had a big dually pickup truck and another, like a van, a conversion van, and they were pulling a boat behind that, a big fishing boat. And he said, well, for the first 4 days, I've got a bunch of family going to be here with me. And he said, but after that, it's just me and my son and my grandson, just 3 of us for over a week. And then the family's going to come back for 2 days. And then it's just us again for 3 days. And then we'll be out of here. I said, I'm cool with that. You're not exceeding the number of vehicles for your site. You're not exceeding the number of people. So everything's cool. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Well, they come and they ask me questions once in a while. A lot of questions about where to fish in the area and stuff. Well, I don't know why they were asking me. They've been coming to that campground, I found out, for the last 20 years. Well, I learned more about the fish in the lakes around there. That's why I'm interested in a small fishing boat. It's because of all the pointers they gave me. And the day they left, I was driving through making my rounds with the Forest Service truck, and I stopped and I said, oh, I see you're breaking camp. You're getting ready to leave. They said, yeah, is there any chance you would have a rake, like a leaf rake that we could borrow for cleaning up camp? And I said, well, you don't need the rake. I can do that after. They said, well, if you got one, we'd really like to borrow it. I said, yeah, I'll swing back in my camp, bring you one. So I brought him a leaf rake, and I told him, when you're done with it, because I got to go up to Beaver Lake, I'm going to be gone for a good 2.5 hours. If you're out of here before I get back, just lean the rake up against my picnic table. Okay, we'll do that. They said, God, we had a good time. It was a great 2 weeks. You were a great help, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. I get back, and there's my rake leaning up against the picnic table, and it's got a piece of red tape around it. And I walk over. I thought, why'd they put red tape on the damn thing? I grabbed the rake handle. They taped a $20 bill to the handle of the rake. They give me a $20 tip, for God's sakes. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing special in any sense whatsoever. And yeah, they give me a $20 tip. That was pretty. I felt pretty good about that shit. That was the and had to hike all your gear into the woods in the middle of nowhere. Done that many a times.
Yeah. Well, Sty, I got a boogie.
Yeah, it's that time anyway. I mean, 6 minutes I hit that 3-hour mark, and that's my limit on my Wednesdays. So
In a half hour ago.
I'd like to keep chatting with folks over in the chat, but I got to get out of here. Mike, like Mike said, he was going to leave an hour ago. But just look at all the crap he got done during this last hour that he said, I'm done. I ain't doing no more. And he just kept doing and doing and doing. Hey, good night, everybody out there. 3-hour stream. Yeah. just keep in mind, camping season's only 2.5, about 3 months from now. We'll be back on 5 streams a week, you know. Yeah, you'll see a lot of me come fall and through the winter. I got to keep doing something when I'm not out at camp. So it's what keeps me alive. Hey, good night, neighbor girl. It's great to see you. Yeah. She hadn't said anything. Oh, yep. Watch for my videos next week, guys. One every day for the next 6 days. So you know, you guys make sure to watch them because Mike won't. So make up for his lack of watching.
Good luck.
Most of them are rather short, 4 or 5 minute kind of videos. There's one 19-minute or 20-minute one in there, but that's later in the week. So
Still too long.
It's been great seeing all of you. Love y'all. You all take good care of yourselves, and we'll see you all next Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Central Time again. We'll do this again. It's been great. It's been a great night, and I'm looking at this, and I'm going to exit like I usually do, and that's we're going to. Hey, bee lady, don't trap my girlfriend here. But I'm going to dance my way out of here. Bee lady will understand what I mean once she sees it. We'll see you all next week. Good night. Bye-bye.